Grand Rising family. Today, I want to talk about relationships, right? It's a ship, and you're meant to be relating. That's why it's called relationships. I've never actually looked at the etymology of that actual word, and I will definitely do that at some point because when I think about to me, there's so many facets to that actual word. But yet we lump it just like the word love, one word, love, and everybody just thinks one thing only. Um, I don't know. I just find that relationships these days seem to be so overly complicated. Gone are the days when a man decided that he was attracted to a woman and he wanted to get to know her, and he would walk up to her and ask her name and tell her that he'd like to court her. Those days are gone. They're gone. And in the West, it seems as if forever. Because nowadays, a man will look at a woman and although he's attracted to her and he would like to get to know her more, he doesn't have the courage to approach her anymore. Some men, because of the way some women behave, have been totally turned off. Me personally, I never got why any woman would be screwing a man who just said hi or good morning or hello or whatever. I mean, you don't have to stop and have a conversation with everybody that says hi to you or smiles at you. So why would you stop just because someone says you're beautiful or you're lovely or whatever? If you don't like a person, you just say hi, how are you? You have a little conversation, if that, or if you're not feeling in it, just smile and keep walking. You're not obligated to stop. But why waste energy and cut your eye, give them attitude, give them dirty looks, or skin up your face because they said hi to you? That tells me you're not aware of your own beauty. You're not aware of your feminine energy as a woman. I've even seen it with some of my own family members. They have this shitty attitude, yet they're putting themselves out there for the attention of a man. If you don't want the attention of a man or you don't want to respond to whatever they come with, then don't even bother, don't put yourself out there. Don't be on websites, don't be on dating apps, don't be in a pub, club, wine bar, or whatever, wherever you hang out, where a man's likely to come up and talk to you. And since you know that that's likely to happen, at least have some, dialogues that you can reel off. Um, if the one that comes to you is not, your vibrations and his are not syncing, just, you got to know how to speak to people. So I mastered the art of doing that years ago. I have conversations with everybody on every level, regardless of color. All right, because some people think because you're for your people, you put your people first. I put my African brothers and sisters, my African people first and foremost above everybody else. That's what you're meant to do. Like every other nation or people, they put their own people first. I'm no different from them. So to speak to my brothers and you know, when they're chirping me on the street or when they're stopping me to have conversations, whether it's to ask directions and then that just leads to other things. Because sometimes men are becoming a bit slick. They will come to you, ask you for directions, ask you something that you have no idea about or something that's obvious just to spark a conversation up with you because it seems as if they're becoming more and more introverted where they're actually really breaking their brains to think of how to approach women. It's not good that a man can see a sister, especially I'm talking from the African black perspective always, because that's all I know and that's my only priority and that's my focus. That's the only thing that I care about. I don't care about how other races, nations, or whatever they call themselves of people chirps and find each other. I'm just talking from the black experience, all right? So I use black and African interchangeably for ease of conversation, whilst I identify as African. Okay, so when a brother approaches me and I'm not feeling his spirit or his vibe, I smile and I keep on walking. I don't have to stop. I'm not obligated to anybody but me. All right. If his spirit and his approach is nice and he seems sweet, I'll stop and have a conversation for 2 minutes, right? Because I'm not going to be on a rat race treadmill, running, rushing here. That used to be my life up until about 3 years ago. That was my life. Even when I drove, it was as if I was on the bloody racetrack at Brands Hatch. You couldn't beat me when I'm driving. Yeah, sometimes I used to see myself on the race course in a car because that's how I'm bigging myself up. I am a good driver. I'm a badass driver. I can dodge. I can do some. So I got some skills that a lot of people are not even privy to, right? So I already know my capabilities. I already know my own strength, my own power, and I'm sure as hell aware of my beauty and my feminine energy and charm. So I make it a thing to light up everybody's life who comes into contact with me. I don't have to be friends with them. I don't have to see them ever again. I don't have to have anything with that person. But I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to show attitude. And I'm not going to be um, a horrible person. I'm not going to be a horrible individual. Even if I have my days where I just don't want to talk to no one, headphones are in. Sometimes glasses are on, or my head's just looking holding straight. My head don't ever look down on the ground. I look straight ahead because I'm looking where I'm going, right? What you think, do, say is your business. It's no concern of mine. It doesn't make me, it doesn't put food on my table, and it sure as hell don't make me shit. So I don't care. So for me, relationships is about give and take. That's what I think relationships are about. It's about you coming to a place where you can meet me without me having to compromise or water down or dim my light so that you can shine. I've done that in the past. I did that the last time with my last relationship. I tried to water my shine down to fit in with a particular group of people, to be accepted by a group of people. And it doesn't matter what you do. If you're not meant to fit in, you're never going to fit in. I sure as hell didn't. So I decided 2 years ago that I'm not gonna F it. I'm not gonna be doing this. I'm not going to dull and shine my light to please anybody or to try and fit into any group. I was always born to stand out. So why the hell am I dimming my light? Always trying to fit in with basic shit, basic people. So I changed. For me now, a relationship, I was like I said, I will still communicate and talk to everyone because I just feel like it's no harm to be polite to people. If you're gonna keep talking to me and I'm not interested, I'm gonna say I'm sorry, I've got to go, I've got an appointment. That's it. We're gone. That's what I do. Or if it's not something that I'm interested in, if someone's trying to sell me something, I'm gone. You can't stop me. I got too much skills, too much language skills to know how to handle every situation. So I'm gone. But for me at this stage, I'm single and I'm happy being single, and it is by choice because people don't seem to realize that it's not hard to get into a relationship. It's not hard for a woman to get a man, just like it's not hard for men to get women, right? It's all, again, to do with your thoughts, what you think of yourself, how you value yourself, how you see yourself, what you think is good for you, what you know is good for you. I know what I don't want, and I focus on the things that I do because focusing on the things that you don't want will bring more of those things that you don't want. So I never think of the things that I don't want. I focus on the things I do. When I used to say, like 3 years ago, I'd be like, oh, I don't want someone who's this. I don't want someone who's that. I had a long, I had a bloody long list of shit, of things that should be basic, that we expect in a partner. And it showed me that we were so far programmed by the world's bullshit of what a relationship should look like. So I decided to scrap that stuff, and I asked myself, what would I like? What would I desire from a partner in a relationship? And I felt like I would like to reflect me, but the male version, right? Because then we are on an understanding that I don't need to explain stuff to you all the time like you're one of my children. I don't have to, even my children, the older ones, I don't need to explain anything to, only the youngest. And she's not someone that you need to explain everything to. But obviously, some things you have to. I want to be connected with this person so much that when he looks at me, he already knows what I'm thinking, and vice versa. I can just smile, or as black people, we have this connection where it doesn't, even for strangers, and we're in a room of other people and they're talking, we look at each other and we already know what we're thinking. That's how connected we are as black African people, right? So I like that. I want that. I want to have that again. I want to have it on a deeper level this time. And I want it to be, we're so equally aligned in all four areas for me, which is respect. Well, no, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically. That's the compatibility I'm looking for in a brother, because for me, only a brother will do. No other group of people can stand next to a brother or come close to a brother to make me want to turn the other way. That's never going to be my reality. I just want my African brother that mirrors me. That's what I want, or that's what I desire. That's what I'm attracting into my life. Whether I meet him here in the West or in Africa, I don't care. I know exactly the type of character that I desire, that I am attracting, that I am going to bring into fruition, that I'm bringing into fruition. Because manifestation isn't something that's done overnight in most cases. Sometimes it can take a little while to get the two spirits aligned. And I strongly believe in alignment, always have done as a child. When I look at my life, everything that has happened, the good and the not so good things, I've learned. I've learned something from those situations, and I realized that, because of your thoughts again, things happen when they're supposed to. So, although I'm single right now and I do love it, I'm not going to lie, because at this stage in my life, building and um, setting up my life means that I don't have to think about somebody else. I don't have to cater to someone else. I don't have to compromise, take into consideration, and give extra time to that person. Because right now, this is the building stages for me, and the building blocks are going up. It's like the foundations of a house. The foundations of a house has to be solid, or it will crumble over time. You'll have subsidence. You may even have damp and mold and stuff like that, because the foundations were not solid or built properly. So this is what I'm doing, and my foundation work is about me. It's me building me. It's me continuing to love me, continuing to appreciate me, continuing to train myself. For me, this my existence in this realm is about learning, and I'm like a sponge, and I'm absorbing from all different directions. Sometimes there's so many things I want to learn. I don't have enough time. It's overwhelming. And I'm looking forward to a time where I'm actually able to sit down and really, really enjoy the things that I'm passionate about. I love reading. I look forward to being able to have a time where I can dedicate 3, 4 hours to reading a week, right? Or more. I can dedicate time to doing the little things that I truly am passionate about. I'd like to learn to garden. I'd like to learn to see my plants grow and to see them thrive, and to be able to transplant other parts of that plant. Because I used to always say that I wasn't green fingered. I no longer say that, because I'm cursing myself. Words are power. So if I say to myself, "You're rubbish at gardening," naturally I'll become rubbish at gardening, because I've already put that curse on myself. And thoughts become things, and things sit in your subconscious mind that you're not even aware of. So I learned not to do that. I learned to say, okay, this is going to be a challenge. It's a bit of a challenge, but I'm willing to take up the baton, and actually at least do it. If it's great, great. If it's not so great, then okay, there's going to be a lesson in that for me. So it's the same with the relationship. I look at all of them, even my marriage. I look at all the lessons that I needed to learn in them, because obviously it wasn't just about always about my growth. I didn't know that at the time. I always thought it was about us, him, me, and these children. But I realized that it was always about me. The lessons was for me to learn something, and a lot of them were very cruel. And I asked the universe, I beg you, please, no more cruel lessons. I am very intelligent. I'm, I'm heightened. I'm aware of what's going on. I don't need to be taught such a drastic lesson anymore, because I've graduated from that baby stage. I suppose I liken it to a baby learning to walk. Sometimes they fall and they'll be frightened and they'll start crying. Other times they'll fall so badly they hurt themselves. So I've been in that fall so badly stage that I've hurt myself and I'm no longer there. So at this stage, I'm certain of what I want, certain of where I'm going in my life, and I'm aiming, and I'm hoping to meet that person who will also help to heighten, help to enlighten, and to enhance my life. That's my baby in the background. Thinks he's a, I don't know what. So yeah, so that's it for today. I'll come back again and do a part 2. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe. See you later.